Hello and welcome. Let's take a look at our top story this hour. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to embark upon a trip to Europe. He will visit three countries, Germany, Denmark, and France. The 3-day will begin on the 2nd of May.
Prime Minister will be leaving on a visit to Europe from tomorrow. He'll be traveling to Germany, Denmark, and France for bilateral as well as multilateral engagements. Prime Minister's 3-day, 3-nation tour has intense schedule with substantial and comprehensive agenda, including wide-ranging interaction with the political leadership of these countries, Indian diaspora, and the top industrialists and CEOs.
Even though bilateral cooperation will be the focal point of the high-level meetings, Ukraine will also be discussed. India has reiterated its nuanced stance on the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
India's position on Ukraine is concerned. It has been amplified, made clear, enunciated in great detail in multiple fora, and I'll just single out few key elements of it. One, we've always maintained that there should be cessation of hostilities in Ukraine. And two, the path to the resolution goes through diplomacy and dialogue. And I think these three strands pretty much capture what we have to say in Ukraine.
This will be Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first visit abroad in the year 2022. The first stop will be Berlin, where Prime Minister Modi will hold bilateral talks with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. The two leaders will co-chair the 6th edition of the India-Germany Intergovernmental Consultations. Several other ministers from both sides will participate in the high-level talks. Prime Minister Modi will also interact with the Indian diaspora in Germany. The next stop will be Copenhagen. Prime Minister of Denmark, Mette Frederiksen, has invited Prime Minister Modi, and he will participate in the second India-Nordic Summit hosted by Denmark. Prime Minister Modi will interact with other Nordic leaders, including Prime Ministers of Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. He will also attend an India-Denmark business forum. Prime Minister Modi will then meet the Indian community in Denmark. The summit will focus on issues of common interest like post-pandemic economic recovery, climate change, renewable energy, evolving a global security scenario, innovation and technology, and the India-Nordic cooperation in the Arctic. Last but not least, Prime Minister Modi will make a brief stopover in Paris, and he will meet French President Emmanuel Macron, who has recently been elected for the second time. India and France complete 75 years of diplomatic cooperation this year. The high-level meeting comes at a time when Russia continues its invasion of Ukraine. The European Union is trying to find alternatives to Russian oil and gas. Europe's focus is shifting to green energy to reduce its dependence on Russian energy. European Investment Bank will now focus on green and sustainable projects in India. Now, for more on this, our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibbal, has sent us this report from Berlin.
Many firsts to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Europe. This is his first foreign visit this year. This is his first visit to Europe since the Russian invasion of Ukraine. His first in-person meeting with the new German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, and also his first meeting with President Macron since his election victory last month. So many firsts, but of course issues that will dominate will be like clean technology, defense, partnership, but above all the visit happening in the shadow of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and that nonetheless will be dominating the agenda, with the European side giving their own perspective, the Indian side giving their own perspective. And remember, just a short while ago in Delhi, the Indian Foreign Secretary, the new Indian Foreign Secretary Vinay Quatra, when he briefed the press on the visit, there were several questions on how much the Russian invasion of Ukraine will be dominating the agenda, to which he pointed out the Indian stance that India would like to see a cessation of violence between Ukraine and Russia. But nonetheless, when it comes to this visit, India's focus will be to increase its bilateral partnership with both Berlin and with Paris, and also the 5 Nordic countries as part of the India-Nordic Summit, the second India-Nordic Summit. The Prime Minister engages with 5 leaders of the Nordic or the Northern European countries, and these countries are world leader when it comes to renewables, clean technology, and that remains the focus area. In fact, the green partnership will be the emphasis of this visit to Copenhagen. The first such summit took place in 2018, in April of 2018 in Stockholm, and since then there have been number of engagements, including number of virtual summits of the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi with his Nordic counterparts.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.